Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1935 Corona Silent vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in the USA, and the ultimate classic portable typewriter, flat top, glossy green, very rare. Usually it's glossy black. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. These are your paper support arms that flip up from the back, and the margins are behind this flip panel. They're meant to be set from the front. There's a scale that's facing towards the front, but to show you a better angle, I'm going to show you the back. And you just want to make sure they're in between the two paper fingers in front, so I'll just load the page and then set those after to be maximum clearance. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers, and as you can see, the left paper finger is already conflicting a little bit, so we're just going to pull that up and move that right on the edge. Right one's pretty close to the edge already, and you want to make sure the margins are not too close to those paper fingers, or else you'll get stuck on them or cause the first few characters to have errors. So right there is perfect. Right side can use a couple more spaces. It looks pretty good. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, gets back to the beginning, and skips one or two spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip this switch forward one notch, skips two. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that all the way up to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle on the white indicator, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it all the way down on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that up for red. Beautiful. Over 90 years old, and it still looks this good and functions this good. Beautiful print. Elite typeface, prints 12 characters per inch, and the touch feels really good on this. This was the top of the line for this model. It also came in standard and sterling, and this one is just more padded in the inside, so it's a little bit more quiet. It's got a really nice touch. It's more refined than the other ones. A really nice machine for over 90 years old. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. You flip that forward, it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier. Or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Also allows you to straighten your page if you load it crooked. We're going to flip these down for now and put the color back on black. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Tab on the left side. Right now we have tabs set on 10 or 15 space intervals with these little tabs. These are actual tabs, so that's where you get the name from. And you just insert it anywhere on this rack, and this rack has a scale on it to tell you exactly what space they stop on. It just stops at each one of those. Very good. 5 total tabs on this one. Backspace on the right side. Very smooth. Very nice condition machine all the way around. Margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release button. It does allow you to type past that block all the way to the end. Very good. That is it for the keyboard. We're going to lift the hood open. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction manually, the switch above the tab on the left side, you flip it up, it'll pull to the left. Flip it down, it pulls to the right. And it has an automatic reverse. When you get to the end of the ribbon, it'll pull on this on either side and swap the direction automatically to the side it needs to go to. If you have eyelets, which is the little metal piece, I don't know if it pulls it without the eyelets, but you can tie a knot, and that usually will pull on that and swap the direction. Right side carriage release, one on each side, super smooth. Really love this typewriter. This is my favorite, one of my favorite designs. I just love the design of this. This is your carriage lock. Flip that down, it releases the carriage and locks it in the middle. So when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around, causing any kind of damage to the internal components. Carriage release on the left side, super smooth. It's got this nice fancy handle that folds down when you have it in the case, so that lays nice and flat. But it's convenient because it has a nice comfortable return. And if you pull out the knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. Push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And that will lock that out. I believe that's what this lever does. It will lock it out. Or actually, that allows you to pull out this knob, I believe. So we don't want to do that right now. So this lever allows you to pull that knob out, so when you release the platen, you can pull out the knob as well. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.